Now, the only other thing that I want to talk to you about in this segment is booking your hostess, booking and coaching. This is really important, and there's a couple things that I want to talk about when it comes to booking. One of the things that you have to realize in Mary Kay is that this is a numbers game, and I talked about this a little bit more on our last segment, but you know what really it is a numbers game. So the more women you talk to, the greater success you're going to have. So again, I want to really encourage you to just start with that names list. Who is it that you know that you feel would love what Mary Kay has to offer them? Don't prejudge anybody, write everybody down, and then you just want to start contacting people. And the one thing that you want to remember about booking is that you cannot control how much people spend. You just can't. But you know what? We can control who we're putting the product on, right? So we can at least put the product on their face, and then they can make a decision as to whether or not they want to purchase the products. And I will tell you the product certainly does sell itself. But one of the things that I can tell you is even if you only know a few people, or maybe you've only feel like, okay, well, I've only booked, 2 or 3 people. Well, just remember that every person that you know knows at least 5 or 10 people. So that's kind of where it starts, with the people that we do know, and we kind of work from there. But the one thing that you want to really remember is that we sell America's best-selling brand of skincare. We've been in business for over 50 years. There are several of Mary Kay products that have a Good Housekeeping seal of approval, and we have a product that people want. We're recession-proof, and you know what? It's a consumable product. And so you know what, you just have to be completely 100% sold out on the products that you're using, because when you know the products and the way that you're going to share them is when you love them, you're passionate, you're excited about that. That is what's going to book appointments with women, is your enthusiasm and your excitement. So I would encourage you to use your date book, and you really want to just look busy. Put everything that you have going on for the month in your date book. You should have gotten your date book in your kit. And I love that one because it has a month at a glance, a week at a glance, and it also even has a little place in there for you to track your Mary Kay business as well. So you just really want to write everything in, even if it's just, drop Johnny off to school, any, sports practices, church events, youth group, piano lessons, whatever it is, work, church, whatever you've got going on, write everything down. And the thing is that you want people to realize you're just as busy as they are. And people want to book with busy people. Success breeds success. I don't know about you, but whenever I go to get my hair done, or if I am got to go to the doctor, if you call them up and they say we can fit you in right now, sometimes I'm thinking to myself, I'm not sure if they're the one that I want to see, because usually the people that are the busiest are usually the most successful. So you really want to make yourself look successful. And in Mary Kay, we jokingly say fake it till you make it. So if you have to just write everything else in your date book for right now that isn't Mary Kay related, that's fine. They will never know. But the one thing that they will know for sure is they'll appreciate the fact that you're just as busy as they are, and they'll be less likely to cancel on you when they see, wow, she's really busy. I better not cancel that appointment. I may never get back in her book. So anyway, one of the things that you want to think about, I did say this before, is you're going to see your customers 4 times a year. But whenever you're calling people and you're booking them, you want to always make sure that you make it fun sounding. People have got a lot of stuff going on in life, and they don't get a lot of fun anymore. So we want to use fun words like pampering time, girls' night out, beauty bash, just fun words. So pampering, like I said, pampering session, pedicure party. And but just really fun words like that, okay? And there are 5 ways that you can either book or make money in Mary Kay. The first one is through facials. That's when you see 1 or 2 women. Second one is on the go. That's basically when you're making deliveries, or if you're at work, or for me, sometimes it would just be me going to the orthodontist appointments or dentist appointments. I would carry a little cute basket with me with all the fun little glamour stuff, lipsticks, lip glosses, eyeliners, and I would just bring it with me. And those women in the office that work there all day long, they used to love being able to just go shopping through my basket. So that's on the go. Online, women can certainly shop with you online, so you can actually invite them to shop with you that way. There's web parties, Facebook parties. Oh my goodness, so many ways that you can do that. On paper, which is just passing the book around, whether it's at work, at church, wherever, and getting orders that way. And then on with the show, which is what we call collection preview. That's more or less show telling and smelling about the product, not necessarily demonstrating on the face, but just kind of doing a larger group of women and doing a show tell and smell. So those are some different ways that you can book. There are 4 steps in booking that you're going to want to write this down that will help you when you're calling people. You did get some scripts that came in your packet that will help you when you're calling people to know what to say. Of course, you always want to tweak that, make it fit you and your personality. So, I always say that principles are few, methods are many. So you want to follow the principles, but make it your own, okay? You want it to be real and authentic. So these are some bullets that you can use when you're thinking about contacting people, and there's 4 steps in booking, and I want you to write these down, and you feel free to pause them if you need to, but I'm going to say them pretty quickly. But you can just, like I said, pause it if you need to. So number 1, here's what I'm doing. Number 2, here's what I need. Number 3, here's what's in it for you. And number 4, are you with me? So people want to know. They want to know what you're doing, what you need, what's in it for them, of course, right? Everybody wants to know what's in it for them. And are you with me? And how does that, what does that sound like in a phone call? Well, it could be something as simple as this, hey Sally, it's Susan. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just signed up with Mary Kay and I need practice. I've been challenged to see 30 women over the next 30 days. And just for helping me out, you're gonna get a $10 gift certificate. Is there any reason why we couldn't get together for an hour that I can get your opinion on these products? So it could be something just as simple as that. So basically, if you break that down, I told them what I was doing. I just got started in Mary Kay. What I needed was practice, and I was challenged to see 30 faces. And I told them what was in it for them. I was going to give them a $10 gift certificate. And the are you with me part was when I said, is there any reason why we couldn't get together? So you know what? I will tell you, it's so worth it to offer them a huge incentive because they're going to lead you to new people. So even if I give them a $10 gift certificate, it's only costing me $5, right? Because we buy the product at half price. So me giving them a $10 gift certificate only costs me $5. And I can guarantee that if I get together with a woman, I'm going to sell her more than $10. Even when you're brand new, she's going to spend more than $10. She's going to fall in love with the Miracle Set for sure. So again, it might sound like this. Hey Sally, this is Susan. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just signed up with Mary Kay and I just need some practice. I've been challenged to see 30 women over these next 30 days. And you know what? Just for helping me out, I have a $10 gift certificate. Is there any reason why we couldn't get together for an hour that you could give me your opinion on the product? So it's as simple as that. And then what you want to do from that point forward is just give her 2 choices. Looking at your schedule, you want to have that already highlighted out when you're working your business. And then offer her 2 choices or 2 dates. You might, after she said yes, she would help you out. Then you say, you know what, great. I've got Tuesday night and Thursday night, this date and this date available. Which one works better for you? Or maybe you could say, I've got weeknights or weekends. What's better for you? And then you want to continue to keep narrowing it down to 2 choices until you guys have come to a day and a time that you've agreed upon. You don't want to ask them when they want to do it because they're going to say next spring, okay? And if it's the fall, they'll say next spring or whatever. They're going to say 5 months from now. And we want to really book in close. We want to book in from 2 to 3 weeks. We really don't want to go out further than that because people will lose their excitement. They'll lose that enthusiasm after the first couple weeks has gone by. So we want to book them in close. And so once you've booked her, now what I would say maybe something like, hey Sally, you know what? I just got to thinking, if there's any way at all that you could just have 3 or 4 of your girlfriends join you, that would be so awesome. And I could get to my 30 faces much faster. So you'd be surprised. You can turn that booking from a facial into a party once you've got her committed to that date. And then what I would say is, you know what, is there any, like I said, is there any reason why maybe you couldn't just get 3 or 4 of your girlfriends together? And I tell you what, if you're able to do that, I will double your gift certificate to $20 in free Mary Kay product. So, and when it's your best girlfriends, friends, and family, and you're just getting started, a lot of times they're willing to help you out that way, okay? And you can do those appointments at their home or in your home, whatever works better for you, all right? So now that you've booked her, now you're probably asking yourself, okay, so now what? What do I give her? Is there a Hostess packet that I can give her? Yes, there is. It's funny you should ask that. There's a couple of ways that I give my hostess her Hostess packet. The first way is this beautiful, a beautiful gift bag. And women always love to get a present. So this is just a really pretty way that you can give her her Hostess packet with all her information in here. This way she's not going to lose it. She's not going to forget that she's booked with you. So this is one way that you can do it. Of course, you can also just do it in a regular large white envelope, or even these clear plastic envelopes. You can get these at Walmart, like 4 or 5 of them in a pack. And then you can just reuse them. You want to get them back from your hostess after her party's done. In your packet, there's a sheet called Hostess Coaching for Success. And I'm not going to read through this right now, but it does just tell you everything that you're going to need to put in your Hostess packet. So that way you'll know exactly what goes in a Hostess packet. But I'm just going to tell you really quickly what I put in there. Usually I put a lookbook in there so that she can get outside orders. And I always let her know if she gets $100 in outside orders, she's going to get an extra gift from me or an item at half off or something like that. I always want to put something in there about Mary Kay, the opportunity. So a little business flyer in there. Sometimes some women are visual, some women are auditory, so I'll put a little CD in there or a DVD as well. I'll put some invitations and I'll let her know either she can mail them out or I can mail them for her. If she wants me to mail them, I'm going to keep them. If she wants to mail them, I'm going to put them in her Hostess packet for her. course, the order forms. That way, if she's collecting outside orders, she can collect those. You also want to put in there, I usually put some kind of a letter in there. It just kind of thanks her for booking her appointment, the date and time that she's having it, and then just some key points that are going to help her have a successful event. So she can read through these, and I may even just go over a couple of key points with her when I'm sitting down with her. Okay? And also a Hostess flyer, either the company Hostess flyer or any promotions that I'm running specifically for my business from me. So I usually will give her a choice. She can either choose from the one that I have running for the month, or just the standard Mary Kay percentage Hostess gifts. That's totally her choice. I also put a picture of the kit in there, as well as a new consultant beauty agreement. That way, if for whatever reason, after she listens to that CD and reads through all the materials and she gets so excited and wants to join my team, she has the beauty consultant agreement right there that she can fill out. So those are what I put in a Hostess packet. And now that you have her booked, and now that you've given her the Hostess packet, now you want to be sure that you're coaching your hostess. Coaching your hostess is super important because Mary Kay always said a class that's worth booking is a class that's worth coaching. You have to remember that your hostess is your partner. So the more success that she has at that party, the more success you're gonna have. So I really wanna spoil my hostess. I wanna make a big deal. I wanna help her get as much free as she possibly can, because that way I know that I'm gonna get great sales and future bookings. So I want to let her know. I want to find out, what is it that you're excited about? What do you want to earn free? Microdermabrasion? Color 101? Do you want free product? What is it? So, a roll-up bag, and I want her to write that down, because when I'm doing her party, she's going to go to work for you. She's going to let everybody know, oh my gosh, that's what I'm working for. Of course, you're going to share that as well, but she's going to help to really push those sales to her guests for you without you even having to do the work. So that's really kind of great. And you'd be surprised at the lengths that a hostess will go to if she knows that she's only one booking away from earning her hostess gift. So she becomes your partner. And so you really want to make sure that you've talked to her, you know what her hostess goal is, you want to coach her to invite her guests personally. So you want to make sure that she personally invites them, and then you want to let her know that she's going to want to follow up with them a couple of days before the event to remind them. And also, you want to make sure that she gets her guest list back to you with the names and phone numbers of the women that said yes, that they are attending. And then what I would do is personally call each one of them. Usually it's 5 or 6 women that have said yes. So I want to call them and I want to confirm them, and I also want to pre-profile them. So what I will do is I will just ask them a few questions. I might just call and say, hey Debbie, it's Susan with Mary Kay. I just want to give you a real quick call. Sally told me you were coming to her Mary Kay party tomorrow night. I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet you. And I just had a couple of questions I wanted to ask you about your skin, just so that I'm professionally prepared. And you want to let your hostess know that is the reason you're calling her guests, is that way you make sure that you bring the right product for her guests. So that way you're professionally prepared. The other thing is sometimes her guests, you want to be sure that if somebody did have an issue or a concern, that you're able to overcome her objection during the phone call, not the night of the party. You don't want to, be at the party that night and Janie was like, I tried Mary Kay products 15 years ago and it broke me all out. So I want to know those kind of things before the party, because I want to know how long has it been since they've used Mary Kay. Did they, do they have any concerns with their skin? And if they bring something up, then that way I can coach her through those things before we get to that party. So that is just something I highly encourage you to do. You'll have greater attendance. And again, the greater the attendance, the greater the sales, the more your hostess is going to love you, because the more free stuff she's going to get. And then what will happen is that night when you come to the party and you're there, you're going to basically start. Mary Kay always said every woman deserves 2 appointments. The first one is skincare, and that's what we call that perfect 10, which is the miracle set, microdermabrasion, and indulge soothing eye gel. You're going to also do satin hands, satin lips, the products that you're going to see when you do your skincare training, and you may have already actually had that when you did your facial. So you're going to do that the first night. And then what I do is I pass my date book around, and I already have it highlighted with the dates that I'm available to do their next appointment. Again, Mary Kay always said every woman deserves 2 appointments. Tonight we're going to do skincare, and then we're going to get back together in about a week or 2, and I'm going to do your personal glamour look. I have a program where I can put in your hair color, your eye color, your lip shape, your eye shape, your skin tone, and we can pick out the perfect look for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass my book around, and I want you to just go ahead and just put your name in one of those spots that works for you, and we'll get together for your glamour look. So while we're doing the skincare class, my date book's getting passed around for them to write their name in on one of my highlighted spots that I have available for glamour appointments okay? So then at the close of the sale, when I'm checking her out that night, I'll look and see that whether or not she's filled her name in my book. And then I might just say, oh my gosh, Joan, let me tell you something. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get together with you for your glamour look. We're going to have so much fun. Let me ask you a question. Is there any reason why you couldn't get just 3 or 4 of your girlfriends together? I tell you what I'll do. I'll come a half hour early. We'll get your glamour look all done, and then what we'll do is we will do the skincare with your girlfriends, and then all these items that you weren't able to purchase tonight, I can help you earn those for free as my hostess. What do you think? And then I just sit and I'm quiet. And I wait for her to answer me. And this is what we call working your business, just kind of repeating the cycle in full circle. So you go from skincare appointment to a glamour appointment. You do glamour with the person at the second appointment, and then skincare with her friends. And that's how you book from appointment to appointment. And if you do it that way, you should never run out of bookings, okay? Does it work out perfectly like that every single time? No, but if you ask every single person to book that second appointment, chances are you'll have 1 or 2 bookings, if not all of them, at your appointment. So it's just really something to think about. The other thing that I would just say is this: always have a good attitude. Should something happen, life happens, and for whatever reason, if your hostess needs to reschedule on you, just have a great attitude about it. And if you can, rebook her right then and there. And if it's like some kind of a family emergency and she can't rebook at that exact moment, you want to be the one that's in charge of calling her back, checking in on her, and then just go ahead and reschedule whenever the time is right for her to do that. But you know what? Sometimes things come up, and we just want to make sure that we're always keeping a good attitude with that. All right, and the last thing that I would say about that with your hostess is just writing her a thank you note. Whether it's, I like the handwritten note, just thanking her for having her party, for introducing you to her friends. You can also certainly follow up with the e-card on Mary Kay in Touch. You can actually follow up to the hostess and to all the guests once you've entered them into Mary Kay in Touch under My Customers, which is really important. So when you come home from your party, you want to make sure you take all your order forms and all your customer profile cards, go to Mary Kay in Touch, go under Business Tools, click on My Customers, and then enter new customer, enter your customers, and then you can actually put their email address in there as well, and then you can have the option to send them an e-card. So you know what? I just hope that some of the things that I've talked to you about today that will help you as you're growing your business and you're working it, helping you managing your time, managing your money, managing your business, and also how to book and coach your hostess. The last thing I would say is if you've not scheduled your business debut yet, you want to be sure that you do that. You should have gotten basically some invites for that debut and also just an agenda of what would happen during your debut. You should have gotten those printouts as well. So I really want to encourage you. That's going to be a great way to kickstart your business, and you'll get tons of bookings from that. And that really is the goal of the debut. Yes, you'll get sales, but really what we're looking for are the bookings. If you have any questions about your new consultant debut and the grand opening, just be sure that you reach out to me. And I just want to thank you so much for taking your time. Your next 2 segments of training will be done live and in person, skincare training and glamour training. But I just want to thank you for taking your time, for being with me today. I hope that you gained some valuable information.